Alright, let me just explain this real quick. So anyone who's watching right now, on this side, on your right, your left, you can go ahead and chat and tell me your questions and stuff, and tell me kung anong mga tanong ninyo. So also sa mga admins natin and mga kagrupo, in the bottom of my video is their links. So kung gusto mo silang i-add, they're all there. So and again, bago ko makalimutan, gusto ko i-welcome ulit yung mga bagong members na sumali sa grupo natin. And hindi ko malist lahat ng name eh, but you know, I'll sure remember next time. So ngayon, tell me what you guys kung ano mga tanong ninyo, and chat with me on the side of the screen. So go ahead and we'll wait for anybody else that's gonna join in. So this is a 30-minute webinar. So kung meron kayong mga tanong ulit about computer stuff, this is your time. Magtanong na lang kayo. Okay? I'm gonna be reading your message and I'm gonna be browsing up. And let me calm down a little bit because I'm a little bit nervous. So a little bit of background about myself. Um, I've been building computers since I was 17. This computer that you guys see right now is my tent build. It is water cooled. I'm using a Fantex computer. So it's a Fantex, and on it is 780 Ti. No, I haven't upgraded on anything yet. Um, you know, I'm using my LCD screen. And on the bottom right here is my SSD drive. If you guys can see that because of the microphone, let me move that around. Right there. And also, kay Jonathan, at kay Ian, thank you guys for joining. It, also, kay Jonathan, kay Ian, thank you guys for joining. Um, Yun, so, meron akong list dito kung anong pag-uusapan eh. So, pakilala ko muna si Jonathan. Jonathan is an admin sa grupo natin. He is my colleague, a good friend of mine from high school sa St. Joe. And Ian is, one of my people that I'm helping out in the computer world. So, sino pa bang kasali ngayon? So we got 4 viewers. So, hindi ko alam kung paano ko mapapakita sa inyo, but today we're gonna discuss computer chassis. That will be the topic of the day. So, kung gusto niyo makita yung system ko, how I built it, and how it's actually structured inside, let me know in the comment. Go ahead and um, message kung gusto niyo makita. Inside is a loop that I built about this is actually my last build, guys. Or so they say. So or so they say. So, upcoming PC parts. So, meron tayong new chassis that I posted up in the YouTube sa grupo, which is the Evolve ATX, which is most likely gonna be my new case. It's such a great case that na sorry kung nag-English ako masyado. It's just I'm used to it. So but let me move this camera around. I really need to get this fixed. I have such a big, big space. But um, you know what? It doesn't yung screen right now. The latest, of course, is the 4K monitors. See, we got to know from Ian. Question niya is which is better, or well, first off, your HDMI is gonna be right now is the well, not really obsolete because meron pang some people use Firewire. So for 1080p, depende pa rin sa monitor mo eh. Because the monitor itself, it has to it has to coincide with your VGA. See, for me, let me move this around. I'm just using a regular screen. See, I can read you guys' message right there. And this is all solely run with HDMI. I don't use anything else but HDMI. It's just, it, it's enough to power up your monitor, really. It's enough to transmit the receivers. And don't buy any expensive HDMI because they're all the same. Remember, they're all the same. Kahit ano pang marketing tactics that they will use, they're all gonna be the same. Okay. So yeah, the answer question is gonna be HDMI. 1080p is the size of the monitor and the picture is projecting. Um, unless you're what you call this, you're overclocking your monitor, which I did this is originally 1080p, but I overclocked it to 1440, which wasn't that good. I still like mas gusto ko pa rin ng 1080p kasi when you overclock a monitor, it's gonna be the letters are gonna be small, and unless there's a way for you to override that, then sure you can. So, but 1080p is the way to go. Okay, for gaming right now. Kung afford mo 1440 monitor, which is the Asus Swift or other monitor, sure, yeah, that would be a great deal. The only thing about that is Swift is, I believe, is a TN monitor, which is I'm not a big fan of. So that's just how it is. It's just how it is. Meron pang question, Ian? Okay, so let me go to my topic real quick. Thank you for that question, by the way. It got me going. So, so I'm gonna open up my what you call this, my computer, and show you guys the upcoming cases. DisplayPort, DisplayPort, they're ano, what you call this? As I was reading before, based on fact, they're about the same. They're about the same. So don't use now if you're using DVI or something like that, mga old school computer, um, maybe it's time to upgrade. But I highly suggest going to HDMI. Ian. That would be the best thing. Karamihan naman ngayon ng mga monitor, they what you call this? They support HDMI. So look for an HDMI. Sorry, it's morning time. I usually don't wake up around this time, but we're doing this. Yeah, for good resolution, Ian, most of the monitors nowadays support 1080p. Depende na rin sa panel na ginagamit mo yun eh. So, make sure before you buy monitor, um, pag bumili ka ng monitor, it usually it comes with two display port, which is HDMI. The thing about DisplayPort is you can link it up to multiple monitors, but you know, that's the only thing that I can think about when it comes to DisplayPort. You know, quote me if I'm wrong, but DisplayPort is about the same as a HDMI, as far as I know. FireWire, FireWire is um, well, significantly faster. Now, quote me on that if I'm wrong. Okay, I'm not always right. So, but DisplayPort will allow you to link multiple monitors if you're planning to do that. Now, HDMI can do that as well, but the only issue with HDMI is um, maybe you'll need another driver. I'm not sure. I did HDMI before as multiple monitors. Sa mga bagong viewers pala, just want to let you guys know, if you guys want to hit me up with a message, there's a chat box right here. So just go ahead and send me a message. Right now we're talking about Ian's question about monitor. Now, if you guys have any questions or you guys have any better answers, go ahead and do it. But yeah, good resolution, you'll be fine with HDMI. Trust me. It's but usually nowadays monitor comes with HDMI and a display port. So depende na rin kung anong mas accessible sa'yo. Okay? All right. So now we're going to talk about this butte. So this butte right here is the Fantex Ento Evolve ATX. That is, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me erase it up. It's coming out this month, or most likely next month, and it's most likely gonna be my new case. So it is beautiful. So let me make this bigger. So okay po, boss. Ano yun, boss? Ano yun, bossing? Ano po ang question natin? Sorry, morning time, so I'm drinking my coffee. I'm waiting for you guys to ask me questions. So I'll probably extend this this Livewire webinar a little bit more. Probably about 15 minutes more, and see kung I'll be able to answer all your questions. So, shoot lang ng question. So, sa grupo, sa grupo natin, sa community, again, I would like to thank everyone for, giving me the opportunity to talk to you guys and helping you guys out. So, kung if you guys need any help when it comes to computer, just let me know. I'll try my best to help you guys out. Now I'm not always right, but I'll do my best. Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. Single GPU or Crossfire SLI? All right. Okay, this here we go. Good. All right, so on my computer, on my computer. All right, let me open this up. Let me make an example of what it is. All right, so there's the butte. Let me move the mic. Let me know, guys, if you guys can't hear me. Okay. All right. So on my system, I'm only using one GPU. It's one GPU. Why? Because I've used SLI and Crossfire. I did. I had the opportunity to use that on my version 7. No, version 6. And that was my Crossfire AMD build that I did before. Now, if you have the money to buy SLI, good for you. Go do it. Okay? SLI. Crossfire, go ahead. But how many monitors are you using? Ang tanong doon, how many monitors are you using? What's the resolution are you using? And how much load are you using? Nasa closet ko, bro. I don't know. the myth. The myth. So, if you're gonna ask me which one I prefer single GPU. A single powerful GPU is enough for you to play almost all games that you want. Now, I know I haven't upgraded this baby right here. Baby. This baby right here. I've had this for quite a while now. I think I bought this 2013 ata. 2013 ko binili to. And I'm still playing all the games in max. Now, hindi if you're just doing SLI or Crossfire because gusto mo ng higher refresh rate or stuff like that, it's kind of parang kasing ano yun eh. You're playing if you're how talaga bang makikita mo yung difference between a 60 frames versus 120 frames? FPS. Kasi even the game consoles before, they were playing around 30 FPS. Frames per second. And it was never shout out kay Raymond. Hello, Raymond. Thank you, and Ian. And Jonathan for joining. You guys are awesome. And So now I did SLI before, and it's maano siya, mainit. It was getting hot. It gets hot quick, and especially with Crossfire when I did Crossfire before. Nagkaroon ako ng issue dati about Crossfire because um, the full load on this GPU nag-work siya like I mean of course it's working pero yung second Crossfire second video card wasn't even doing anything. It was kind of pointless. It was pointless having another GPU. Now ngayon, if you ask me yung mga video cards ngayon, especially the new video cards, meron silang what you call this, it has a threshold. It has a threshold. Hindi mo sila pwedeng magamit lahat. You can't use it at full capacity. um I'm not a big fan of it, if you ask me. I'm not a big fan of it because um first off, it's expensive. um expensive, and second, it's not really, it's not really worth it, if you ask me. It, pero I'm a really big fan of one single powerful GPU running at full speed, overclock. Yeah, overclock. Um, and you guys are silly. Kulit. Anong tanong mo, Noriel? Pero, yun, Joe, to answer your question, if we have the money, go ahead and buy what you call this, SLI. The only thing is, don't overdo it. If you're gonna do 980 Ti SLI, it's really not worth it because like I'm still using a 780 Ti full load max in all games in 1080p. If you know what I mean. Now I can actually make this much stronger if I buy another GPU, another 780 Ti. That's gonna max it out. Like if I decide, okay, kung yung game it's not running like GTA 5, heck, I can throw in another one for what, $300. I can, and that will run almost everything, all the games that I know. DirectX 12. Okay, everybody's going crazy about DirectX 12. Now, let me explain this. Let me explain. Let me drink my coffee real quick. DirectX 12. Um, how big of a deal is it? Okay, how big is a deal? I have a question. Ian asked me about this. DirectX 12 is supposedly the next step up. Now, don't believe the hype all the time, okay? Because first of all, Direct 3D is it's your 3D driver for Windows, okay? For Windows. Most games has their own engines. Now the engines, whether it's gonna be Frostbite, what else? Frostbite, Unreal. That's go ahead. Highly suggest, bro. It's plus. Okay, mas maganda tingnan na single GPU. I mean, would be nice to stack it up, but it's dirty. I really like having just one GPU because it looks nice. It looks clean. Now, back to my topic, DirectX 12. Everybody's going crazy. Ooh, it's the new thing. They said that with DirectX 10, the DirectX 11, and think about it. It Whatever they're doing right now, it's already being implemented. It's already on the system. Now, how you utilize that is depends on the what you call this, the engine that it's running. Kung ang split frame rendering. All right, we'll get to that. Now, a split frame. Let me check on this real quick. Now, split frame rendering. Okay, it's it's like, are you talking about what you call this? Ano nga bang word yun? Eh. So, okay, I get what split frame rendering is, because this is what you call this? It's a refresh rate. It's like VSync. So it's a type of VSync, like triple buffer. What it does is, um, sorry, na out of topic ako because of the DirectX 12. Um, Split frame is pretty much the um, how much frames how fast the frames is. Split frame, dude. I'm like thinking right now. See, I'm not always right. I still need to do. There's the split frame is like, what you call this? Hold on. Yeah, so it's like triple buffering. I get it. It's like see, the thing about GPU. Let me explain real quick. The thing about GPU, all this stuff, when you set it up, like for example, like you already have a VSync, FreeSync, like it's pretty much stacking on one another. It's not noticeable. It's not like especially with the GPU nowadays. Siguro back then you will notice the image, um you'll see it not syncing with your monitor, like even if what you call this, even if you throw the best games with what you call this, the frame, like for example GTA 5. Okay, we're playing GTA 5, which has the 4K. Now if you play that, there might be some issues when it comes to your computer, you know, because there's not a lot of, there's not a lot of computer or video card capable of running, well, yeah, especially the old video cards capable of running 4K. Now when you run 4K, you'll notice the you know the where it's lacking of. Yeah, where it's lacking off, like like I would but I would tell you guys nung yung split frame, um it's an engine being run by, I would say AMD. I would say, I'm not sure, correct me on that, but if you guys have any input on what it is, let me know. But Ian, remember, when you buy your video card, when you upgrade your video card, triple buffering, VSync, FreeSync, it will automatically, what you call it, it would automatically, you know send out signals to your monitor, which is what you call this, which will hindi it's not noticeable. You'll be able to play your game just fine. That's my answer on that. I would say. Now, if I'm wrong, if I'm not able to answer that correctly, let me know. But back to DX12. But good question though. Good question. Split frame rendering. I need to, because I know it's I don't know if I'm wrong. I need to take a look at that, but I will get back to you. But all right, back to DirectX 12. So DirectX 12 is seems to be the issue of people's hype. People's going nuts about the threshold and about how much memory bandwidth or something like that is gonna be available. Now they promised that a long time ago before all this stuff came out. Now, pagdating sa DirectX 12, uh, when it's implemented, okay, it's not. I doubt it's gonna be a one big thing. It's not. It's not like right away. It's gonna be running your computer like insanely. All of a sudden, like it's gorgeous. I mean, it's already gorgeous as it is because, like I said, there's game engines. Okay, they're the ones that the engines is it's what's running your games. Now EVGA Nvidia has it, ATI has it, or AMD, now called AMD, and now Frostbite, Unreal, all that stuff, they all have their own engines. Now your GPU is running your computer, your graphics, and DirectX 12 will be on the very bottom of that. So now, if you get what I mean, it's all just gonna be implemented on its own. Now, whatever hype it is, it's just a part of Windows 10. Okay, it's all just a part of Windows 10. It's not it's not like Frostbite 2, you know, Unreal new super program or something like that, or whatever Ubisoft is using. It's not like that at all. Okay. Now, when you're rendering graphics, you might be able to utilize that a little bit more. Now, for gaming, hardly noticeable. It's not. It's not. Maybe the tessellation is going to be a little bit more. That's what it's going to point out. It's most likely going to be more tessellation and more detail when it comes to your gameplay. But you'll be able to run your video card normally, depending on your if you're using a 5 series GeForce, then maybe it's time to upgrade. It's time to upgrade. All right, any more questions, guys? Go ahead and shoot me another question. So yeah, my front runner for the case of the year, it's gonna be the Evolve ATX. There's a lot of new cases that's coming out, which is pretty damn good. So we'll see within the last quarter of this year kung ano ba ang if there's anything else that's gonna be able to beat it. Thanks, no Raymond, and Ian. I need to do a little bit more of information on split frame. You know, this is, by the way, my first stream. So but when it comes to HDMI, yeah, go ahead and just buy the HDMI. Go ahead and do that. You won't regret it. Now, panels and monitors, um, you know, that's where it really matters. TN panels is like what you call this is kind of washy. It's kind of washed up color, but it's really good when it comes to FPS because of G Sync and FreeSync that's coming out. Tumahimik ka. All right, guys. You guys have any more question? Oh, oh, wow, that was that's a question. Okay, so here's my honest question, my honest answer on that. They're even. All right, they're even. They're even. Why? Why do I say it's even? All right, so Nvidia, Nvidia. There's always a trade-off between the two, and Nvidia stands for quality. Always has been. Always has been. They're the top of the line when it comes to quality. AMD or ATI before, well, ATI is integrated with AMD. Now, if you ask me between the two, there's trade off. Quality and ATI or AMD is speed. They stand for speed. So someday, someday, maybe kung maging successful pa to, I will. But we gotta start somewhere. So what you call this? AMD stands for speed. Now, now there is a way of making AMD or Nvidia faster. What they did, what they did is instead of making the Nvidia faster for rendering graphics, what they did is they implemented it on the monitors. All right, what they did, which is I really like it. Um, AMD is coming out with some new stuff. I've noticed. They're kind of trailing behind AM and Nvidia, but they're about even now. Okay. Um, Again, let me get back to the topic. Nvidia is quality, AMD speed. Now, not that I'm saying Nvidia is slow. It's just what they did is they implemented on the monitor such as Swift, ASUS Swift, and other monitors that's coming out. By saying that, ang ibig ko sabihin is, excuse me, ibig ko sabihin is they have G-Sync now with the monitor, which matches the GPU speed. So if it's rendering, let's say 146 FPS, then your monitor catches that information, so it's not losing any signal. Okay, it just keeps coming back and forth, making it smooth, and making it what you call this as smooth as possible. Now, AMD, uh, what they did was, I'm not sure what they were thinking about it, but they need to implement a little bit more when it comes to graphics part. What AMD did was their video cards is already fast enough. Okay, they're fast. They're fast. Okay, now they need to improve the quality of the rendering. Now what they did is FreeSync, which it opens up the FPS. So whichever FPS your graphics card is running, then that would be what it's gonna be running. Okay, so that's what it's doing now. Okay, it's not improving the graphics wise. So maybe in the future they're gonna implement something else. But if you ask me, if you want speed for FPS, for like stuff like that, or if you're in a low budget gaming, then sure, shoot, go ahead and do well. That's because of the G-Sync, bro. That's because of the G-Sync. That's because of what they did is they're not really as fast as we would want, but it's up there. Now R9 is fast as well, but wait till they come out with a new video card. I'm using GeForce, as you can see, and when I used to have ATI, when I used to have ATI back then, I forgot what I used to have, but it was fast. All right, like I would tell you, like it would load the whole world, like the whole world, pretty fast. It may seem like it's fast, bro, like Nvidia. But the only thing is, what I've noticed is AMD implements it to the whole. When I used to play Battlefield, for example, it would load the whole world, like without rendering any more graphics. That's how AMD is. Now, Nvidia, there's always a threshold. You're gonna be walking in the game, and you will see it still rendering. If you know what I mean, you will see it still rendering. There's parts where it's not done rendering yet, but the quality is amazing. It's top notch. It's great. But ATI, if they implement better graphics solution when it comes to their video cards, then the AMD is gonna have a hard time. I mean, sorry, Nvidia is gonna have a hard time catching up because their cards are pretty fast. The only thing that I don't like, the only thing that I don't like about AMD is the power intake. It's such a power hungry card, and it plus their cooling, it's not the best. Like if I'm gonna be using my card as a what you call it, ATI, I'm gonna have to water cool it. I'm gonna have to water cool it, with and stuff like that, just for me to actually maximize it. See, I'm using stock GPU with Nvidia, and it's not water cooled or anything. It's not water cooled. It's just stock, and it it doesn't get hot. There's no noise, no nothing. It's just um like I said, quality, 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 quality. Nvidia is quality. I mean, I'd use both, but I may be biased a little bit with Nvidia, but there's a trade-off. So that's my question on that. Unboxing. I think I answered that. Maybe if we're able to go a little bit more. I'll unbox something for you guys. Woo! Final Fantasy. This is unboxing new game. I'm just kidding, guys. But that's my unboxing of the Final Fantasy game. But maybe someday. But guys, if anybody's watching me right now, so we got a streamer 5661. Not sure who that is. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. If you guys have any more questions, let me know. So we're coming down to our like last minute here. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Sorry, I know it can't be any more you know more in depth or more detail. But what you call this? If you guys have any more questions and any stuff that you wanna ask me, go ahead and post it or message me. And that way I can put it on the next week's episode. Okay, next week's webinar. And that way we're not all over the place. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break this down into segments. So we have the introduction. We have the introduction. We have the review of a part, which I never really got into today, and Ray, Ray, daily naman may trabaho ako. But I'll most likely every Thursday here, Friday there, around the same time. So schedule, guys. We're gonna be doing this for about up until we get something, but lang yeah. Kumain na ako. Salamat sa pag-aalala. Thank you, bro. Lang yeah. But Thursday. Thursday every, I mean Friday every 9 p.m. Philippine time. So, Livewire webinar will be our new segment for our group. So, proudly sponsored by PC Enthusiasts Philippines. Okay? So, again, shout out pala sa mga bagong group member natin. I hope, I'm not sure, hindi ko maalala mga name nila, but thank you guys for joining. In this segment, sa mga webinar ko, I'll try to answer your question in the best as I can. Um, the, like I said, if you guys have any more question, post it on my what you call this, my Facebook, and follow me. And to anyone who's not following our group yet, please support, support our group. This is all we have, and us techs, and we will help each other out no matter what. Okay. Now, I would wrap this up with a lot of stuff that I would tell you guys, but sponsored by Lee. I would wrap this up and say thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate helping me out with this video. We're gonna have more discussion. I'm gonna try and better my videos. I know this is my first video, and I hope you like it. I hope I was able to help you guys explaining things a little bit more in depth. Now, I would wrap it up. This is it. Thank you guys for watching. And again, this is a Livewire webinar, and where I'll always help you guys. All right. Thank you. I know there's a lot of bloopers. But you guys, wait, what? Hindi. Abangan ang sunod na kabanata. Ang new tagapaglingkod, si Haris. See you Thursday next week.